So, hello to all the Venomous snake fans again. As you can see, I'm back at it with the live feeding videos. Let's see if he's interested. This is, of course, the Crotalus cerberus, the Arizona black rattlesnake. And this is the male specimen that I have. And he usually is a very good eater. Just give him a moment. He just woke up, it seems. He's interested for sure. He's just gonna wait until the rodent looks away. Now, just like I said. And there we go, the venom kicks in right away. Of course, I think he bit it in the head actually. Let's have a look. We will see. The Crotalus cerberus have some very potent hemorrhagic components within the venom. You can see them taking effect right there. That mouse is already shutting down, see? Barely still alive. And this is just gonna be a small snack for him. As you can see, he has grown quite significantly. He was born 2021, if I remember correctly. Definitely need to get him a bigger cage at some point. Usually the snakes, they don't mind staying in the smaller cages for a good while. You know, it gives them a bit of a better sense of security being in the setup they are used to, I feel like. He just moved his jaw there a little. Maybe we're gonna get a proper yawn from him. Let's see. Yeah, but that mouse already passed away. Look at that, that's some fast-acting venom for sure as well, typical for all the rattlesnakes. And these are closely related to the prairie rattlesnakes in particular. Ooh, there we go. Just like I said, was waiting for that yawn. Very nice. Could nicely see the fangs right there. So I hope you enjoyed that one, and let's go on to the next venomous snake. So, this is of course the green pit viper, Trimeresurus albolabris. You can obviously tell where she got that name from. Very nice bright green and yellow belly as well. Ooh, there we go. Sometimes when I offer her the mouse with the tweezers, she gets confused where the right end is and bites in the back instead of right behind the neck. There we go. Now we got the situation under control. We don't want the mouse nagging the snake unnecessarily. But see how much bite force she has. Look how she's like really having a good grip on that back end still. Probably dumping venom in already. Look at that. Yeah, the green pit viper is definitely a snake I can recommend to all the other people who keep vipers as well. I always was more of a fan of the terrestrial species of all the, you know, rattlesnakes and moccasins, but these arboreals are really pretty as well, I gotta say. So, as you can see, the neotropical rattlesnake is back at it again as well. He is always will be hungry, but now he seems to be a bit confused at the moment. Ooh. There we go. Now he tagged that mouse. Just has to be one of my favorite rattlesnake species for sure. The Crotalus pifanorum. Just absolutely stunning pattern right there. Ooh, there we go, look at the mouse. Doing some death rolls right there, it seems. Very nice. Absolutely wonderful rattlesnake again, originating exclusively from Venezuela, by the way. And there is actually several color variants of this species. There is this very nice black and white color morph. There also is a more grayish. There are more grayish ones, which are quite commonly offered as well. And there also are absolutely stunning looking purple to blue looking specimens. And together with the Crotalus Micheliferus, which also has a blue variant, these are probably the only blue terrestrial vipers that I know of. So they're an absolute rarity and very rarely offered. They actually were never offered over here in Europe, I think. There are some in US collections though. So Mr. Puff is gonna get a mouse as well, of course. He actually takes a few. But right now he is also not noticing that food is there. Oh, come on. Obviously he doesn't have heat sensing pits. Oh, there we go. But as soon as he spots that mouse, he is always making very short process. And that's what he likes to do. He likes to hold on to them right behind the head, sinking in those extra long fangs. Obviously, he's Bitis arietans, so part of the Bitis genus, which have, compared to the overall body size, the longest fangs of all vipers. There we go. I actually don't think they even make use of that venom to a degree that some of the pit vipers do when hunting their prey. Look at that, I'm also still pretty much alive. I get the impression that they kind of just sinking the fangs, deliver maybe the venom that is still stuck on the fang or whatever, and then basically just hold on to it and let the fang itself do most of the damage. Because from what I can tell, it seems like the mice oftentimes live still for a few minutes after getting bitten by a puff adder. And you would think that with the kind of potent hemorrhagic and hemotoxic venom that they have, that they would die much quicker, just like with the pit vipers, like the rattlesnakes, for example. I really think that they just don't deliver that much venom. Look at that mouse. See, it's still pretty much alive, but that's gonna change in the next few minutes for sure. There we go. By the way, he is Namibia locality. Obviously, with the puff adders, there are tons of different localities and different color variants. But I think these Namibia specimens are particularly beautiful looking, and they also stay a bit smaller, which makes them easier to manage in captivity, of course. So, obviously wouldn't be a venomous snake feeding video on my channel without having some water moccasin action as well. This is, of course, the female cottonmouth again. She is always hungry, and a bit of a chunky pit viper, so she can have several of these mice each time she gets a meal. Now she spotted food, and boom, there we go. Look at that. And this time, interestingly, she let go of that mouse. There we go. See the venom kick in? Yeah, she never does that. She usually just holds on to it, just like the puff adder you saw before. This time she decided to kill it that way. And as I explained in several other videos as well, she is a Agkistrodon conanti, to be exact. Or previously known as Agkistrodon piscivorus conanti, before they were elevated to species status. So they are a bit different from the common cottonmouths. They originate from Florida, to be exact. That's why they're called the Florida cottonmouths commonly. I think the Agkistrodon piscivorus is now called the northern cottonmouth, if I remember correctly. Yeah, there were some taxonomic changes going on, just like with the copperheads as well. There we go, but see how quick that venom killed off that mouse. Very nice, and she's gonna start eating it right away now probably as well. So let's let her do her thing now. Well, let's see if she actually wants to swallow it right away. Oh no, she got distracted again. Yeah, obviously she has an easier time swallowing it right away when she got it behind the head. That's the wrong end. No, she's distracted again, but it's fine. She can take all the time she needs to get that mouse down. Obviously, I actually filmed her several times swallowing the mice already. So yeah, I still got plenty of other snakes to feed. So maybe let's go on to the next one then. Bye bye. So, as I started today's filming with the Arizona rattlesnakes, black rattlesnakes, I guess it's only appropriate to maybe finish the venomous snake feeding with one as well. This is the female specimen, Crotalus cerberus. And I don't think she noticed already that it's feeding day. Oh, there we go. Never mind, she was pretty much aware of that rodent, it seems. Obviously, as a pit viper, she has that heat detection. They are very aware of what is going on around them. There we go. Yeah, sometimes with her, she doesn't get too much venom into the mouse. So let's see how long it actually takes for that rodent to get taken out. As you can see, she has quite a bit of different coloration than the male specimen. There is a lot of variation going on within the species and within the different localities. They originate exclusively from Arizona. As you probably know, Arizona is quite a hot spot for all kinds of different rattlesnake species, which I find kind of interesting. I wonder if they all represent different ecological niches, or if they just do all the regular rattlesnake stuff, if you know what I mean. I kind of think the latter is probably the case, but maybe someone else knows why there is so much rattlesnake diversity in Arizona. It is very interesting. I feel like all the most beautiful rattlesnakes originate from there. With the Crotalus cerberus, there are some particularly stunning individuals that I've seen, which have like this nice black coloration and then like bright red stripes over that. There we go, look at the mouse. I think that's it right there. Let's see, she's already looking around to find her meal. Oh, never mind. Mouse is actually still alive. Quite impressive. As I mentioned with the male one already, they have mostly hemorrhagic venom components. And I feel like these pit vipers in particular seem to take out the rodents the fastest. Yeah, still alive. It's kind of impressive, to be honest. I think the mouse survived for a good minute already. Minute or two, actually. But it's it right there. So yeah, really looking forward to maybe breed this species in the future as well. I wanna see, obviously I have male and female specimens that are more or less adult already, so I could probably breed by now, but I didn't hibernate them. Maybe next year we're gonna see. It'll be interesting for sure. So, and as per usual, I got the bonus footage from feeding the Ivory ball python. And look at him, he always delivers a perfect strike. That's what you want to see with a constrictor. Nice good grip on the head and wrapped around the neck and upper body. That way you can be sure that that mouse dies really humanely within under a minute for the most part. You're just as humane as the venomous snakes. There we go. Perfect strike from him, very nice. So hope you enjoyed today's venomous snake video, and see you then next week. Bye bye.